Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And we're talking, it's the second day, so we're going to be talking about the second album of the Sparks for SPARKSTEMBER. It's Woofer and TWEETER'S closing. Now, a couple of differences from last year to this year, of course. Now, last year, well, just to let you know that when I listened to it again this year, first of all, last year when I listened to Wolfer and Tweeter's Clothing, I actually because I don't have it, and when I don't have the album, you'll see like in the thumbnail, I'm like I'm like presenting it like that. So I'm kind of holding my hands up in the air and trying to frame it and everything, and but I will be getting it as soon as possible, and I hope to be able to get a remaster or a remix of it, so they put it in the right speed at the last couple songs, well, like batteries not included and whippings and apologies. On the album, it's a little faster. You can go and check out on YouTube a slower, like a properly a fixed speed for the songs so you can hear it as it was intended. And I do like those versions, better, of course, because yeah, last year I played it on YouTube, but this year I played it on Spotify, and I noticed on Spotify it did sound different. I don't know if it was just a recording I heard from like last year when I heard the recording, it sounded a little bit more like echoey in a way, like especially the vocals. It didn't sound normal. It sounded a little different than all the other albums. But this time with Spotify, it sounded more normal. It didn't have that echoey sound as it did last year, and I thought that was interesting. Like how because it said that yeah, it's 1972, of course, but it was saying it was a 2008 remix. Like it had the 2008 before the 1992 on it. So it was like okay, they might have but whippings and apologies still sounded a little sped up. So it was like okay, they put a better quality for the album, but they didn't fix the speed. So I thought that was a little interesting. So there has been some changes for sure. As you know, I'm writing it all down in my my Sparks special project book, and this is just pretty much dedicated to SparksTember. But I am going to be going eventually and starting from the back page and start putting a little extra information about the brothers. That's not necessarily Sparks Timber. I might want to add some, start writing down some lyrics, like the more important lyrics in the like of the songs, like especially the 10 out of 10s. I want to start writing all those lyrics down. I'm not going to write every single lyric because that would take probably the whole entire book. But starting from the back, yeah, I might want to start putting the more important lyrics. All right, let's get to the rating before it gets too long. This is not going to go over 10 minutes because I wish I had the album, but eventually, like I said, I do want it, and I'm really holding out to get like a special edition, hopefully with some bonus material. Can't wait to get Big Beat and Indiscreet. I heard they're coming out with some. They're coming out soon with I guess a reissue or something. Yeah, if that is true, and I trust Larry Graves when he says it is true. All right, let's get to it. Now, I'm just going to get to it. I usually like to present it one at a time, but we're going to go all in. There. So there is you know, starting with a girl from Germany. So the blue is last year. This is the black is this year. And so let's note there's a couple of things that went down. Here comes Bob. Remember, I wasn't paying attention to the old. These are just off the top of my head. Like now, I can refine my numbering system. I can add twos, threes, five, fours. It doesn't matter. Beaver O'Lindy that went up Girl from Germany went up by zero point 0.2 points, by 0.4 points. Same. No, nothing is secret. It stayed the same. Here Comes Bob. Yeah, it diminished a little bit. I gave it an 8.3 because I'm being more precise. I'm really thinking about it. Moon Over Kentucky even got a little diminished. I'm kind of, Do Re Mi. I like that the same. I think it's great. And of course, I left the rating system here so that you can see how and it really is accurate to how I get it. Now before, okay, oh, let's get back to the right page again. I kind of yeah, there you go. Okay, like before, right? With the with the 8.3 here. See, last year would have rounded it up to 8.5, so it's pretty close. Yeah, that would have rounded up. That would have see that okay. Beaver Lindy. If I was going with the same scoring as the previous year, it would have been a 9.5 because I would have rounded it up. But now it's more nuanced. It's a 9.4. That higher ground stayed the same. Angus Desire actually went up by zero point 0.5 points. It did actually go up because I enjoyed it a little more this time than last time. It had the lowest score before, but I had to give it a little bit more credit. It was like okay, it wasn't as bad. It sounded cool. And then higher ground, yeah. But okay, let's just get to it. Whippings and apologies. Yes, yes, yes. It sounded good, especially on Spotify in the headphones, and I like the way it starts. I love, it is a fun song. Those lyrics are exciting. So yeah, that's why that got a 10 out of 10. So as you see now, the scoring is now different. You got a 8.854 as opposed to the 8.772. And so last year those two equalized. They were both 8.772. Now you see that they're both different scores. I still like Sparks a little bit more, but not by much, right? Look, it's only like a point and a half, a point like a point yeah, 0.15, I would say, of a difference between I don't know. I'm good. I'm not the best with that type of math. But yeah, you see the idea. Here's the idea. When I go and do my final tally, like I did with this one, right? When you finally get my final tally, I'm sure this will be a little quite the same. I think things will still be pretty much in the same position, but some things might get turned around here and there. We're gonna see. I'm curious how that goes, especially with the new rating system. I think it's gonna work perfect. I'm still going to try to, again, like I did last year, even though some things had gotten, like some songs had gotten better numbers, I still put my more gut feeling and gave some ones that I actually really do enjoy more and play more because the songs are just so strong. But I love that FFS so much more. But why is in the fifth place rather than up here for being there is because and that's why there's an asterisk next to it because it's 60% Franz Ferdinand and only like 40% Sparks the album. It really does sound a little bit more like a Franz Ferdinand album than it does a Sparks album. Although, Franz Ferdinand was super influenced by Sparks. So it that should even it out to 50-50, you think. But no, it's because it was more Franz Ferdinand than Sparks. I gave it that, but yeah. All right, we'll see how everything goes for for the ending when I tally everything up. I love you guys. I love everybody out there. If you are watching this for the first time and you're not a Sparks fan, please check them out. I'm hoping that you would check them out day by day as I am, So tomorrow it will be Kimono My House. I'm really looking forward to that. I have that. Oh, if you hear a saw blade in the background, I have my window open again. It's 31 degrees Celsius out today, so it's nice. So yeah, I'll be listening to that. It's in there. It's in my player right now, and that's the beauty of having the CD when I because it's much more accessible and I can play it a little bit more often. I only played Woofer and Tweeter's closing twice, whereas I played the debut 3 times because I owned the album. But it still doesn't change the score. It wouldn't even if I played it a third time, it wouldn't change the score. All right. So, yep, stay tuned. And if you don't subscribe right yet, just please go check out some other content first and make sure your my channel is the right fit for you. I want you to enjoy my channel. I talk about all kinds of different music. October is going to be dedicated to Halloween. All month, I am going to go with the scarier, more disturbing content of music, especially talking about music. I'm going to throw in some a couple episodes about some insane clown posse here and there. I know a lot of my fans are not into them, and I don't expect them to be into them. And and it doesn't matter if you are or not. I'm not gonna be offended if you hate them. You think they're the worst bands in the world, and you would be right for you. Absolutely. I like them because of their for completely different reasons than I like other bands. It's completely a different reason. They're not because the music is actually good. It's because I have fun with it. It's a fun band that you don't want to take seriously and think about the music in that way. Okay, I am done. I don't want to get too long here. Don't be afraid to hit the like button. Please leave comments. I love hearing from you, and I do my best to get back to you to respond. And okay, everybody, be safe. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow and all month for the rest of this. But please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody. And